Oi, olha. Next, Siti Maimun. Start terus.
Okay. Hi, Assalamualaikum. Pure landscape category. We have chosen the movie Pulang as our focus to explain the cultural landscape category we have selected. There are 5 members in our group involved Siti Madiha, Rabiatul Adawiyah, Nur Izzatul Azwa, Alia Shahira, and myself, Afika Binti Jeffrey. Okay, next. The movie is titled Pulang, released in 2018 and starred by Remy Isha as Hotman and Putri Asha as a Tom. In the story of Pulang, we delve into the narrative of Ahmad, a sailor driven by desire to change his family fate during Japan occupation of Malaya in the 1940s, promising his wife Chetom and their son Omar a life riches upon his return. Othman set sail of a voyage around the world, leaving behind the devoted family. The film unfolds as Chetom patiently awaits her husband's return for 61 years, showcasing the enduring power of love and loyalty amidst life trials. Shoot against the picturesque backdrop of Malaysian traditional fishing village in Terengganu, the film captures the essence of bygone era with its cultural authenticity. Next. Next, I will present the next point, the first point, which is the site location and landscape description. Site location. This movie is set in Pantai Penarit, Terengganu. This beach is renowned for providing visitors with a serene and breathtaking atmosphere, featuring golden sands, clear blue waters, and swaying coconut trees. Pantai Penarit is located in the Sitiu district, approximately 25 kilometers from Kuala Terengganu, the capital of Terengganu. Next.
Dia dekat Pantai Penarit ke Pantai Mangkuk?
Pantai Penarit.
Okay.
Okay. Next, I will delve into the landscape description. The first landscape description is the maritime landscape. As coastal communities, fishing villages are intermittently connected to the sea and the maritime environment. Maritime landscape include the elements such as fishing boats, docks, nets, and other infrastructures related to fishing industry. It also encompasses the natural features of the coastline, such as benches, cliff, rock outcrops. In the first feature, you can see the jetty plays a significant role used for people to wait for boats that bring marine resource to market, as well as the encourage of fishing boat when monsoon season arrive. In the second picture, it explains how the fishermen who have just anchored from exploring the ocean bring a goods that they want to market to the old people around the village. Next, for the second landscape description, we have working landscape, which refers to the fishing village as a dynamic working landscape where the livelihoods of the resident depends on the natural resources of the sea. This category encompasses not only the physical infrastructure of the fishing industry, but also the social and economic relationship that govern the distribution of resource and labor within the community. For example, in the first image, the scenes depict the method of distribution the sea's natural resources to villages through trade. In the increased economic resources from the sale of marine resources have been contribute to the villagers' higher incomes. In the second image, villages are seen working with natural resources such as bamboo, which is used for making niru as a tool widely used in the daily life of the villagers. The produce will be sold to the surrounding villages. Niru bulu is a technique or process of making basket or weaving using bamboo as the main material. Next. The third landscape description is the traditional cultural landscape, which is illustrate the fishing village often embody traditional cultural practice and values deeply rooted in the land and sea. This category include the elements such as traditional architecture, indigenous knowledge of environment, and cultural ritual associated with fishing and seafaring. So the first picture, in this scene, the architectural structure of the traditional village house has a veranda that provides an outdoor living room and serve as an area for socializing or working, in addition to window shutters designed to catch the wind while offering the protection from the storm. And second pitch is we can see the culture of the surrounding villages together shouldering the responsibility of the setting the affair of the crops, and it has become a culture that is often done. And the last picture, the net shed is a place where where fishermen gather together and interact each other, whether preparing before going to the sea or repairing fishing equipment. Last but not least, the fourth landscape description is the ethnographic landscape, which refers to fishing village representing a distinct cultural group with unique traditions, language, and ways of life. The ethnographic landscape encompasses not only the physical environment but also the social cultural practice of the community, including fishing technique, food preparation, and social gathering. So in this point also, there are a picture. In this scene, we can see the culture of the villagers gathering or assembling in the morning to get food from the fishermen and other villagers doing business. It, it creates the interaction of the villagers with each other. A second picture, in this scene, the fishermen repairs the damaged nets with their own technique. It shows the villagers themselves wisely use the sea resource to improve their life and economy at that time. Next. Next, I will explain the background of local communities. In this section, I have divided it into the three categories: history, culture, and tradition. The first, let's discuss about history. Here, I will show the difference before and after colonization, which occurred in 1940. Many houses were stolen. People were forced into the servitude, suffered during the activity, and face a decrease in the food source. After the colonization, change in the traditional lifestyle, fishermen village often maintain a traditional way of the life that revolve around fishing and maritime activities. Families in this village often have a generation of experience in fishing and sea-related trades. For the analysis of this history category, fishermen village in Malaysia are important cultural hubs that provide insight into the country maritime heritage and the life of the those who depends on the sea for their livelihoods. They offer the glimpse into the way of the life that is deeply connected to nature and community. Next. Next, the background of local community falls the cultural category. The first point is traditional skill. Fishermen village uphold the age-old fishing technique that have been passed down through the generation. This technique often involves the use of handcraft fishing boats, nets, traps, and lines tailored to local marine conditions and fish species. Here I represent two images to illustrate before and after. To depict before, I use this scene to show how fishing village activities not only involve fishing and catching the same things in the sea, but also require the creativity to to develop a new method to catching fish. For after, I explain how fishermen nowadays use a sonar technology to detect objects underwater, including fish, vegetation, and sea floor. They emit a sound wave that travel through the water and bounce off the object, creating a visual representation of on the screen. For the second point, community bonding and mutual aid. Strong community ties are fostered in fisherman village through mutual aid practice and collective decision making. Village come together to assist each other during fishing expedition, emergency, and communal projects, reinforcing a sense of solidarity and cooperation. I use this scene as a before which shows how communities used to interact with the great sellers, fostering strong bonds through the negotiation and increased commercial practice in the fisherman culture. For after, I utilize this image for explain that market trade in aquaculture Okay, the last one, background of local communities under the category of traditions. The first point is architecture and rural environment. The architectural tradition of fishing village often stem from generation to practical knowledge and adaptation to the local environment. It incorporates technique and materials that have proven effective in withstanding the cultural element while also reflecting the cultural heritage of the community. This tradition is often passed down through the oral history and hands-on experience, ensuring that each generation contributes the elevation of the village architectural identity. I used this image to illustrate before depicting traditional fishing village architecture, which may include features such as elevated houses to protect against flooding, the use of indigenous building materials like bamboo or palm leaf and layout designed to optimize space and ventilation. For after the development of the seaside house design prioritized disaster resilience, featuring effective drainage and elevated foundation to mitigate risk from tropical storms, flood, and rising sea level. And and for and for the second point is local knowledge and wisdom. Sorry. The traditional ecological knowledge passed down through the generation is invaluable in fishing communities. Local fishers possess a deep understanding of marine ecosystem, whether the pattern and sustainable fishing practice, which they utilize to navigate the thief in their environment. I choose this picture for before to explain the rhythm of the daily life of fishermen is determined by tides, and weather condition when fishermen go to the sea find their livelihood. And for the after, we can see change in the technology and modern fishing tools that help fishermen find a fish location more accurately, even in a bad weather. More efficient and environmentally friendly fishing tool can help fishermen catch fish better. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, so next, how do the communities interact with their natural environment and modify their landscape? So the communities in this film engage with their environment that mostly involving the sea, as it is the main setting in the whole movie. So there are a few scenarios that can be seen or delivered from this film, including traditional fishing practice. So in this movie, it showcased a traditional fishing practice within the village community, as it is highlighting how the characters rely on the sea for sustenance and livelihood. So this interaction with the natural environment, which is the sea, not only serve as a source of food for the local people, but it also symbolize the community's deep connection with the ocean. Next is Village by the Sea. So in this movie, it shows a community village in a Malaysian village setting. So in the film, it can be seen a Malaysian coastal town where majority of fishermen uh, in the in the surrounding area live in the house close to the ocean, showcasing their interaction with the environment and adaptation towards the landscape to fit their needs as their main job.
Sekejap, siapa nama?
Saya Alia Syairah.
Apa nama? Alia.
Saya.
Gambar ni, I teringat. Tadi yang siapa yang first presenter tadi, dia ada tunjuk macam jetty tu.
JT.
Boleh pusing tak kat slide tu?
Next.
Lagi. Atas lagi. Ni. Yang first gambar ni, dia kena pick up. Yang ni jetty, dalam cerita ni jetty zaman dulu kan? Okay, pergi ke Alia punya side. Okay. Yang itu, bila you cerita natural environment and modify their landscape. So, jetty tadi, kalau you tengok gambar dia, dia macam, dia bukan di tepi laut, betul tak? You kaji tak jetty tu duduk kat mana?
Dia duduk di macam gigi pantai tu?
Dah. Dia bukan kat pantai. Kalau you buka map, kan, kalau you buka Google Map, dia duduk, dia macam, katalah ini pantai, dia macam ada lagoon masuk ke dalam tu, dia macam fire sikit ke dalam. So, bila jetty tu di dalam, maknanya dia ada protection daripada angin laut apa semua tu. Dia ada protection. Dia kurang tidak. Kalau yang betul-betul tepi pantai ni, hakisan bila Laut Cina Selatan ni hakisan dia kuat, betul tak? Sebab tu jetty dia terduduk di dalam tu. Nanti you check kat Google tu, map dia, sebab sama juga jetty Penarik dengan jetty Kampung Mangkuk, dia duduk macam dekat, kalau dekat Setiu ni dia macam, dia panggil macam wetland sikit lah, macam lagoon ke wetland, dia macam terlindung, dia bukan direct. Dia macam you daripada laut, dia kena pusing, masuk ke dalam, masuk dalam. So dia ada protection, dia macam ada lagoon to protect. Nanti you check balik. So bila you nak cerita natural environment, kenapa setting jetty tu di dalam tu, then you kena cerita sebab untuk protection daripada laut. Nombor 2 tu okay. Nombor 3 tu Village by the Sea, macam mana adaptation dia you ambil, ni ambil gambar daripada filem, then you boleh ambil satu lagi gambar daripada lain. Tak tahu sebelum ni I nampak gambar yang ada banyak pokok kelapa, perasan tak?
Ada.
So how they use pokok kelapa as a windbreaker. Kan angin kuat kan untuk rumah. Betul tak?
Untuk yang Village by the Sea ni, saya macam nak cerita yang penduduk kampung tu interact dengan environment tu sebab aktiviti banyak dekat laut, jadi mereka
Betul. Dia dekat laut, tapi macam mana dia adapt dengan laut, tepi laut tu.
Maksudnya macam cara nak adapt dengan angin
Sebab dia environment kan. So tepi laut tu angin dia kuat, ombak dia kuat. Maybe satu gambar untuk angin, satu gambar untuk ombak, macam mana dia untuk ombak punya pula, betul tak?
Faham.
Kan sebanyak ini relation, macam mana dia respons dengan landscape dia. Kira yang quite harsh jugalah landscape kalau dekat depan laut, menghadap laut Cina Selatan ni kan. Okay, yang ketiga tu local market area, boleh sambung?
Okay, so for the local market area, there is a scene in the film where the locals conduct selling and buying activities with the catches from the sea that being brought up from the fishermen. The fact that the sea product are being traded along the coastline is a natural example of how human and environment interact, because people catch marine goods from the sea and brought it to the land for the business activity to support the local economy and well-being.
Okay.
So next slide. So how the communities modified the landscape. Sorry. So first, for traditional fishing practice, due to the locals' practice of fishing, several modifications can be seen. So the first one is the bridge, and also the usage of boats or canoe for fishing. So to to utilize the environment better, the locals use the boat as the main the canoe as the main transportation for fishing. So the canoe use Meranti wood as it is the most durable in water. So
Ada gambar Keno tu macam tak menggambarkan Terengganu, dia dekat Terengganu kan. Dia pick up gambar lain ke? Tak mahu kena pick up letak kalau sebab saya kat Terengganu. Kalau dia cari perahu kecil, perahu nelayan kecil, dia cari dia karakter dia tak macam tu.
okay.
Dia betul Google. So tapi point dia tu betul lah tu. Tapi bila dia tak image ni perahu main mana ni kan? Keno main mana ni? Dia tak kena. Gambar dia tak kena
Okay.
Itu penting sebab benda ni sebab benda tu karakter, betul tak? Kalau Terengganu biar kalau orang Perak biar dia Perak. Betul tak? Kalau orang Melayu kena rumah Terengganu. Okay, sambung.
Okay. So next is the wooden bridge. It is being installed to make it easier for the locals to access the sea. Next is village by the sea. When many activities are carried out in the sea area, the locals construct houses along the shore to suit their requirement and offer shelter near the sea. This allows the community to engage with its surroundings. So as can be seen in the picture, for the roof, it is mostly used a dry palm front. As
Dan apa? Dan mama tu biasanya pokok nipah dia dekat kawasan saya kan. Tapi gambar daun kelapa betul tak? Letak daun-daun tu yang paya tadi kita cerita pasal JT tu kita minta paya pasal paya dia kan. Baru dia ada relation mana paya ni kelapa dia tak buat atap. Okey sambung.
okay. Next, the house will also have a gap under it, known as steel house, to give protection from the wild animal and also for the water pass through. So this is how the local modify to suit their environment. And lastly is the local market area. So the local will engage in buying and selling activities when marine goods are bought ashore. So the building of the beachside market with locally accessible source show the locals' ability to complete this business tasks within the community. So tree branches are used as photo build the huts for the business activity, and then wood is also used as
Bulu senang dapat tapi sungai kalau tadi kami kemasukan sikit. Normally kalau orang dulu dia betul dia kita rasa dia.
saya kan
Dia macam ni kalau rotan, kalau you masuk hutan dekat hutan tu banyak rotan. Tapi kalau tempat laut macam ni ke mana sungai dia ada sungai nanti dia masuk paya dia ada buang dia ada apa dia ada sungai ada pokok dulu yang benda-benda dia sangat tak ada rotan jauh-jauh dah dapat kalau tepi ni biasa bodoh je ya
yang dulu ni masih ada pokok. So dia menggunakan accessible resource Yes, see.
Baru kena dengan risau kan. Macam-macam orang dengan ini.
Maaf
Ada
saya.
yang apa tak apa. Ini kadang bom dia ada dia buat bom tak kan. So bila ada susah nanti bila you tahu yang betul dan you letak peta tunjukkan pantai dia mana aktiviti dia kat mana. So dia nampak dia punya geografi dia environment dia kawasan pantai macam mana pantai pesisir ini kawasan pantai dia mana boleh lihat dengan semua ni.
Okey.
So semua dia baik tau. Kita bukan sekadar map saja kan. Benda-benda yang tak kena sampai belakang lagi. Next.
Okay. That is it for me. Next. Presenter.
My name is Maria, and we will explain about how local communities related activity or event can reflect their culture, tradition, or belief. So in here, I divided into three rules, which is man, and how the activity between the community. First, in 1940s, fishing became a basic agriculture. Usually, men or head of family often work by catching fish or making business by doing crafting. For example, they're making bubuk or fish net. So this value become an ingredient in their culture, fabric or subsistence agriculture, and passed down through generation, which is help to shaping their community's identity. For example, fishing that right now become for example, the fish right now also become the dry fish. That one become the one of also become one of the civilian from Terengganu. Then second,
Siapa nama je? Siapa nama ni?
Maria.
Madiha. Okay. Main attraction you kata ikan masin kering kan?
Maksudnya macam saya cakap kalau macam dahulu apa pekerjaan pertama kat situ aktivitinya memancing lain memancing. So bila pass down generation maksudnya ikan tu dia masih still ada tangkap ikan tapi dia bukan sekadar untuk survive untuk makan je. So dia akan jadikan juga sebagai dry fish jadi souvenir.
Apa nama lah, lupa lagi nama kau.
Madiha.
Madiha tahu tak patah menarik ni yang famous dengan apa? Madiha orang mana? Ada grup ni tak ada orang Terengganu.
Saya orang Selangor.
Tapi kalau Selangor pun pada baca juga kan Terengganu. Dah tengok tak TikTok? Wang mesti tengok kan? Apa famousnya patah penarik ni? Patah penarik ni sangat famous dengan ICT. Tahu ICT tu apa? Siapa tahu ICT apa? Tak tahu.
Ikan celepuk.
Yes, ikan celepuk sangat famous. Ikan celepuk dia letaknya ikan masin saja. So, Terengganu famous ikan celepuk, famous dengan kopok lekor, betul? Ini kita kena keluarkan dua tu. Tak naklah ikan masin je. Famous dua paling famous tu kau letak ikan masin. Sebenarnya kena kembang ada tiga, ada lagi dua. Sebenarnya ada tiga perkara. So, masih lagi pada penarik tu masih famous lagi dengan kampung nelayan dia, tapi dia dah commercialize, so dia ada ICT kan. Dia ada kopok lekor, dia ada ikan masin. Dia kena cerita macam tu Okay, next.
Next,
Dapat tak? Sambung.
for water transportation. So most of the tradition come from a daily activities for people to survive and create the economic value to the village. So after, which is the current year, most of the activity are doing, most of the men in the village are doing the business restaurant, because due to increase of tourism economic growth, many adult now run restaurant instead of relying solely on fishing for income. Macam
Sekejap, jom.
cakap
Kalau
tadi.
restoran ni, betul lah you kena cerita ni air ikan celak tepung tu, dia you kena letak gambar-gambar ikan celak tepung punya restoran tepi-tepi tu. Tepi-tepi
Ah,
laut tu. Nah, tu baru dia nampak apa ni, oh masih lagi ikan, masih lagi maknanya image of kampung nelayan tu still ada walaupun dia ada banyak restoran, betul tak?
betul.
Tu, sambung-sambung.
So over the time, the village has grown. The village has grown into a town and become a tourist hotspot due to its beautiful beach scenery. Um, and then, other than that, most of the local also uh, become rural, also migrate, because nowadays most of the local that still live in here was only the oldest, while youngest move to find a better job opportunities, career prospect, and access to education. So, due to the change of time, uh, they also need to find a better place to find more job opportunities. Next, for the woman roles is most of the young ladies and wife were responsible to manage the household by doing chores like cooking and raise their children. This happened because women only dictated to their primary role within the domestic sphere, and because of this, it creates the cultural ideas of femininity. They often same as a woman with their roles as a mother and caregiver. Other than that, most of the women and young lady also work at a market by selling many variety of local ingredients and fresh seafood. Uh, this happened because of lack of educations and work opportunity, make it women only stays at the village. And after, other than becoming housewife, many of women also uh, working and also doing a business. For example, the use creating a business of keropok leko, and then there also some of them also still selling at market, and most of it mostly are elders, and a few of youngest who still continue their family business. So, in the past, women primarily stay at home and handle basic household chores like cleaning, washing, and cooking. However, due to inflation and expensive lifestyle, now many women work to support each other and to raise their children. This has created a woman in power, modeling, and economic growth in a community, while also increasing the opportunity for women to study and have their own education. Next. So between the community, before this in 1940s, there is a lot of sea ritual that happened that function to worshipping the sea with rituals like throwing buffalo heads into the water to seek blessings from sea spirit for better fish. Um, and then there also uh, and after become apa kedatangan Islam, many of that are also using uh, silap. I mean like selain daripada tu, they also usually gathering between the community. For example, selepas kedatangan Islam was dia usually come when someone dead, because it function to offer collective prayers for the forgiveness of the dead and also show a thrive interaction between community. So from that we can see that daily activity often revolve around community beliefs. It helps to strengthen the social bonds, reinforce religious values, and improve daily life. So, because of the majority of Malay people, Islam belief significantly influenced our daily life. In the past, elder people tended to have a stronger bonds due to engaging in manual activities that require teamwork comparing to today. And right now, there's still a lot of people in the village that stick to Islamic belief. After the World War II, this type of ritual, like a sea ritual, had vanished and it banned this ceremony completely, which has subsequently followed by other states. Other than that, right now there are also a lot of community center. Now most of the community activity are still be done like in public hall, but not always today changing lifestyle and cultural shift. And by that, you can see that now the community belief in Islam is still going strong due to the major of Malay people in town. Like the women started to wear hijab, prayer place, and many mosque and many more. And other than that, gatherings are also still happen during festive occasion like Hari Raya. It really helps to contribute towards unity and strength bond with each other. So that's all from me. And
Ada.
Next,
Aku tekan.
my
Ya,
name
aku tekan rojak nak charge telefon nak habis bateri.
okay, madam.
I tak buka kamera tau sebab siapa present depan ni?
saya.
Teruskan.
Okey. Nama saya Rebecca Dawia. So, poin seterusnya adalah landscape type, firstly for conservation. First kali adalah fishing village. Which kebanyakan rumah di kampung di kawasan tersebut diperbuat daripada kayu yang menunjukkan penduduk tempatan menggunakan bahan sekeliling untuk bina dia. Sebagai contoh adalah buluh, palm leaf untuk optimize space and stay house juga. Dan disebabkan keadaan semasa, penduduk dia tak conserve lah dia disebabkan kemajuan dalam masa teknologi. Dan cuaca adalah salah satu punca yang perubahan feasibility ni. Dan pemindahan rumah pada masa sekarang tu menggunakan batu-batu juga dan yang macam slide and point macam Afika kata tu menggunakan stay house juga. So yang point yang kedua, coastal trees. Function ni adalah sebagai windbreaker dekat kawasan pantai. Dan filem dengan masa sekarang dia menunjukkan yang pokok tu adalah preserve yang bernilai untuk preserve sebabkan dia dapat mengurangkan hakisan dan dia juga dapat stabilkan tanah dengan whole sediment yang whole sediment sandy soil tu. Dan dia juga dapat kurangkan kesan ombak dan kurangkan aktiviti dan dapat menyokong aktiviti ekonomi macam perikanan, pelancongan dan banyak lagi.
Okay.
Yang seterusnya coastal area. Dekat kawasan dia telah konservkan which is the preserve natural resources yang bagi menggalakkan lagi pelancongan tourism seperti yang slide yang Madi Arif katakan yang dia ada keunikan itu sendiri juga. Lepas tu dia kaya biodiversity seperti burung, ikan dan lain-lain juga yang penting untuk lindungi ekosistem biodiversity dekat kawasan ni. Yang seterusnya adalah soil. Kat kawasan ni, fish village ni dia tanah dia adalah bertanahkan semi soil disebabkan dia berdekatan dengan laut. Dan ni untuk semi soil ni function dia dapat dia dapat menstabilkan garis pantai, dia dapat cegah hakisan dengan adanya deep root coastal trees. So dia juga dapat mengawal rising sea level, storm, flooding and more frequent flooding. That's all from me. Next.
Untuk lesson learn, yang pertama, penduduk dekat sini banyak bergantung dengan laut untuk sumber makanan dengan sumber pendapatan. Jadi setiap hari nelayan dekat kampung ni pergi ke laut untuk tangkap ikan walaupun kadang laut boleh membahayakan nyawa. Lepas tu hasil daripada yang mereka lepas dapat hasil yang mereka inginkan, mereka pulang ke daratan dan tanpa berehat mereka terus menjual hasil tangkapan ikan tersebut di pasar. Okay, lesson yang kedua, kebanyakan barangan dan binaan dalam movie ini daripada natural element yang terdapat dekat kawasan tu. Contohnya, kebanyakan bakul yang mereka pakai dalam movie ni diperbuat daripada pokok bambu. Dan mereka gunakan kreativiti mereka untuk anyam bambu tu dan bentukkan bakul tersebut. Selain tu, kedai dekat pasar yang mereka jual ikan ni semua diperbuat daripada dahan pokok sebagai rangka dan bambu untuk ada disusun buat macam meja dia, macam table top tadi tu. So untuk bumbung, kebanyakan binaan kat kawasan ni gunakan pokok nipah. Okay. So lesson yang terakhir, cohesive community. Contohnya ada penduduk kampung tu yang jadi pelayar. Jadi penduduk kampung kat situ akan sambut pelayar yang balik tu dengan perasaan bangga dan benda tu buatkan pelayar tu rasa dihargai. Selain tu, bila ada kenduri kahwin, orang kampung akan sama-sama tolong dan untuk raikan pengantin baru. Last sekali, kalau ada kematian, orang kampung, kalau ada kematian dekat kampung tu, mereka akan berkumpul untuk tolong uruskan jenazah dan bagi sokongan dekat keluarga arwah. Next.
Minat gambar ni. Banyak slide dah tengok gambar tu. Bagus.
Okay.
3-4 slide. Duduk usul je.
Sustainable Development Goal. Okay, saya dapat 0 hunger. So mereka menggunakan laut untuk melakukan pertanian laut iaitu menangkap ikan yang sekaligus dapat menyediakan sumber makanan yang mencukupi. Yang kedua, makin banyak perubahan berlaku dari tradisional yang dibuat daripada kayu tu bertukar kepada binaan batu yang lebih kuat dan lebih tahan untuk cuaca sekarang, panas, berangin semua. Lepas tu sumber pendapatan juga bila kawasan tersebut jadi kawasan tarikan, sumber pendapatan utama mereka daripada nelayan tu yang tangkap ikan tu bertukar kepada kedai makan, banyak buka kedai makan.
Kalau si agriculture, dia ada tanam, tahu pharmacy food, kalau aquaculture dia tanam benda atas laut, tapi dia tak tanam apa benda pun kan.
Aquaculture, okay. Saya tengok nanti. Okay. Lepas tu seterusnya word for preservation. Contohnya macam pokok pantai perlu untuk kita pelihara sebab pokok pantai tu memainkan peranan untuk mengurangkan hakisan, menstabilkan tanah dan sebagai windbreaker.
Dan karakter, you kena cerita karakter kampung juga.
Karakter kampung?
Kan bila ada pokok pantai kan, unik karakter. You nampak pokok kelapa kat tepi pantai kan, dia dapat karakter, landscape karakter.
Okay.
Jangan lupa kita culture landscape ni karakter sebab image and karakter, betul?
Betul. Okay.
Jangan lupa tu. Image and karakter tu nanti punya.
Okay,
sambung.
Okay. Lepas tu, binaan tradisional juga perlu untuk dipelihara. Sebab si bina tu menunjukkan kemahiran dan kebijaksanaan orang dulu yang tak ada teknologi menggunakan apa yang ada di sekeliling mereka untuk kegunaan aktiviti harian mereka. Jadi dengan
betul. Tapi cuk tambahan dia punya yang ayat point you betul. Tapi dia punya point utama adalah dia bagi image dan karakter kampung tu.
Image dan karakter kampung. Okay.
Kan. Bila ada skill seni bina, dia pakai material apa tadi tu. Maknanya skill dia, kalau you tak percaya, you pergi tengok kat Terengganu, you pergi kat Kedah, lagi you pergi Melaka, you pergi Johor, you pergi Perak, you pergi Penang. Skill tu contohnya buat benda yang sama tapi contohnya buat perahu tadi kan. Skill buat perahu sama tapi karakter dia, perahu dia tak akan sama, betul tak?
Betul.
Maknanya dia lebih kepada fokus image on identity, tapi adalah cerita skill, cerita yang dia cerita tadi tu, dia punya supporting. Faham?
Faham.
Okay. Sambung.
So, dengan pelihara binaan tersebut, generasi pada masa akan datang boleh tengok lah macam mana bentuk binaan tradisional yang dulu.
Oh.
Supaya boleh kekalkan lah macam tu. So yang terakhir, disebabkan zaman semakin moden, untuk meningkatkan ekonomi memerlukan infrastruktur moden yang boleh menyebabkan kehilangan warisan budaya yang sedia ada. So pencemaran seperti pencemaran udara, air dan visual yang disebabkan oleh aktiviti manusia akan menjejaskan kecantikan dan keaslian landscape budaya tersebut.
Apa pencemaran udara dekat kampung nelayan? Apa? Ada tak sebelum kita letak tu kita kena fikir apa pencemaran udara dekat situ. Mungkin kalau pencemaran udara it can happen dekat mungkin kat Kedah kat Perlis. Sebab apa? Kampung petani sawah dia akan membuat pembakaran jerami. Tu baru ada pencemaran udara. Tapi kalau nelayan, apakah pencemaran udaranya? Kan nanti sebelum diletak, you kena fikir balik. Water pollution, apa water pollution dekat situ? Mungkin ada tapi you kena fikir balik.
Okay.
Dia tak main sedap dia letak kan. Dia bila you letak ni, dia too general. Bila too general, you akan tertangkap. Apa air pollution? Water pollution maybe, mungkin dia discharge ke apa ke air ni dia terus ke laut, maybe ada water pollution, mungkin sampah-sampah ke pollution tu kan. Tapi kalau air pollution, jangan nak kena fikir je apa benda
mungkin macam, alamak, kejap Jadi macam kan sebab makin moden kan, so macam bila jadi tarikan pelancong apa semua macam orang akan banyak bina-bina untuk
bina ke ataupun
lah.
trafik. Kalau
Macam
trafik,
tu. Trafik,
boleh.
lepas tu dia
Boleh.
bina bangunan baru untuk moden. So dia jadi pencemaran udara lah.
Okey, kalau trafik betul ada pencemaran udara. Tapi kalau bina bangunan moden, macam mana you nak kaitkan pencemaran udara?
Macam infrastruktur moden yang dia nak bina sebab tarikan dah jadi tempat tarikan orang tu.
Itu mungkin dari segi lain. Kalau pencemaran contaminated air, udara ni tercemar dengan apa ni chemical ke apa ke. So kalau bangunan moden apa kena mengena dengan pencemaran udara? Ataupun maybe bangunan moden you relatekan dengan pemanasan. Tapi bukan pencemaran udara. Pencemaran udara contohnya kalau you pergi pasar malam, you beli nasi, dia letak dalam polystyrene kan. So nasi you dah tercemar dengan chemical, betul? Tapi kalau bangunan, dia letak satu bangunan moden, bagaimanakah udara tu tercemar dengan bangunan tu?
Okay.
Tapi kalau you cakap bila ni makin maju, kereta makin ramai masuk, so pencemaran udara dari segi mungkin pollution daripada pelepasan gas exhaust kereta. Tu betul lah tu. Cari lagi, cuba lagi.
Okay. Terima kasih.
Habis dah terus. Okey lah tu, good, very good. Okay, congratulations semua. Nanti betulkanlah yang mana patut tu sebelum, maybe you kena submit juga kan video ni kan. Betulkan sikit point-point dia, gambar-gambar dia, yang mana perlu, susunan dia ke, biar nampak lagi ngam lah. Tapi yang you dah buat tu dah okey. Tapi bila kita buat, kita jangan kadang-kadang kita tidaklah bergantung pada movie dan dokumentari juga. Kita kena cari juga second source tu. Macam tadi saya cakap, ini saya bagi komen in general untuk ketiga-tiga kampung ni kan. Kita cari juga second source tu from internet ke, from pembacaan ke. So to support. Jadi you punya assignment tu nampak lagi cantik lah, lagi comel lah, betul tak? Dia tak adalah dari satu dua sumber saja, dia banyak sumber. So you akan lagi faham, okay? Kalau tak ada apa, kita rehat dulu, kita stop dulu. Yang bergrup besar Dr. Razia tak buat lagi kan? Dah ada belum grup besarnya link?
Link dah ada dah.
Kat mana?
Dalam grup.
Yang mana?
Grup besar.
Yang mana grup besar? To join meeting. Oh, big group. Okay, kita stop ni, kita join sana Okay, bye.
Right, thank you,
Okay,
Puan.
thank you.
Puan.
Terima kasih.
Thank you, Doktor.